Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, depending on where you are watching us from. This is my own take on Asari Dokubos matter because Asari has received a lot of replies. This time around, Igbo people chose to reply. Other times we kept quiet. It is not that we don't know what to say or he's a big deal. No, he's not a big deal. No, he's not a big deal. He's one person. And I have never seen where one person is challenging a whole ethnicity. So our reply is aimed at letting him know certain things. Yes. Emma, ane to mwambiona ujisi oba. Aban senkiti onesi. And before I continue, I want to advise anybody. Be careful. You cannot fight an ethnicity. You can fight individuals, people, but you cannot fight an ethnicity. Mind you, when you make certain references, be careful about when you talk about ethnicity and not to talk of Igbo people. Asari's problem with Igbo, I think it started with IPOB, having relationship with IPOB, and somehow there is a disagreements with the leader of IPOB, and Asari started making certain threats. He will do this and that, and I realized it took time for Mazen Nnamdi to respond to him. It took time for Mazen Nnamdi to personally respond to him. He was making all sort of comments, speaking against IPOB. Even recently, he said he was involved in bringing Mazen Nnamdi back to Nigeria, which I know he's not involved, but just to brag. But all things like that are, they're kind of provocations. So Asari had problem with IPOB, and it came to a point. He started as if he sees IPOB as speaking for Igbos. So it extends to him making certain verbal ill pronouncements against Ndibo. We need to state the obvious. So it has come to a point Asari is now contesting with Ndibo. He makes generalized statements against an ethnicity that is bigger than his grandparents. We are not against Asari's plan to choose a political party. No, no. Concerning political party, following a party in politics is a personal thing. You can choose to follow this party or follow the other party. No one stops you. No one disturbs you. Even in your family, you might not be able to tell the family members which party to follow, as in politics. So, Asari choosing APC, it is none of our business. It is never our business. Okay, after choosing APC, Asari started attacking Peter Obi. That was how he started attacking Peter Obi. Among the contestants of several political parties, it impresses him to attack Peter Obi. I don't know why. He attacks Peter Obi to a point as if Peter Obi is a representative of Ndibo. Meanwhile, Peter Obi did not represent Ndibo in that contest. No. Majority of Peter Obi's followers are not Igbos. I'm telling you. Obedient is not an Igbo movement. But the way Asari is going about it, oh my God. The way Asari is going about it, he began to see Peter Obi as IPOB, Peter Obi as Igbo thing. And the most funniest thing Asari did was to take those hungry Niger Delta boys, because anybody that has something doing will not get involved in what Asari did. bringing them to Asari, spending almost, I think some of them are still around in Abuja, spending weeks there. And can you imagine, can he pay them? People who have good works, who make a living through the right things, do you think they will join Asari to Abuja? And by the way, who were they around to stop? Because I watched the whole thing. I was like, what kind of child's play is this? Okay, they said there are rumors that Tinubu may not be sworn in. Why? Because he didn't win, and we know that he didn't win. Okay, he might not be sworn in. They said there are plans to set up an interim government, and Tinubu will have to wait for a particular time. Who is plotting that? It is not even the obedient movement, if there is any plot like that. Now, Asari brought hungry boys with their catapults. Now, imagine if it were the military that is planning to set things right and wanting to like hold power or set up an interim government so that the wrong person will not go into power. Imagine it was the military. Will Asari stop them with those boys? And I don't know what is shaking Asari said. I don't know what is giving him that liver, that boldness. He's challenging the military currently. I don't know how he got opportunity. We saw him addressing as if, in the state house. Oh, now he's challenging the military. I don't know whether he's still thrust on those hungry boys. I don't know. So, if there was an attempt to stop Tinubu swearing in, would it have been those boys? Some people are, I don't know whether, hey, oh my God. So, all Asari's attack on P2B, he was including in the Igbo. Let me tell you even, you need to know that many Igbos are not interested in Nigeria politics. Yes, some are interested. Some are, they want to see Biafra. And Asari has been somebody that was talking about Biafra until a particular point in time. People who does not have focus, that is the case of Asari. If Biafra is your focus, you wouldn't get involved in anything in Nigeria politics. Buhari's government appointed Tompolo to guide pipelines, and billions were allocated for that. Asari got angry. He said Tompolo will not come near Karabari and certain parts. But what happened at the end of the day? Now, there is a change of government. Tinubu is on board. And I think Asari is trying to come closer. He needs what Tompolo is doing. And perhaps the next contract that will be awarded, that might be his target. And if that is his target, we are not against that. We are not against guiding pipelines that belongs to you, for the oil that belongs to you. Some of the oils are, while sleeping, you hear the hums of oil leaving your place to a particular part of the north. You guide the pipelines for resource that belongs to you. We are not worried. You can choose to be Megad, guiding pipelines. But why bring Igbo people to this? Why bring Igbo people into this nonsense? Like I said, obedient movement is not an Igbo movement. Obi won, not because Igbos are many. No. Because Nigerians cut across ethnicities, different sphere of life, decided to vote for him. Obi won Lagos not because Igbos are more in Lagos. No. Because certain Yorubas are also in support of him. Again, I want Asari, just like I said in the beginning, Ndi Igbo is not one person. Be careful. Igbo is an ethnicity. I can't just come out and challenge the whole Yoruba, no, or challenge the whole Karabari, no, or challenge the whole Ijo, no, or challenge the whole Hausa, or challenge the whole Fulani. I am one person. Even if we are 20, we can't just come and challenge a whole ethnicity. That is very dangerous, and that is stupidity at play. People will hail you. I don't know whether your other plans are to stoke ethnic violence. I don't know what you are planning. But I'm telling you, you will fail. If your plan is to attack Igbo, you will fail. You will fail. People with clean hands don't fear anything. We are not afraid. Not even Nigeria can bring Igbo down. Yes. So, talking of one person. So, if you are planning to, if your plan is to subdue Igbo, go and rethink again. You will subdue yourself, not Igbo. Igbo's hands are clean. You cannot bring Igbos down. If you have problems with certain people, know how to settle scores with them. If you've made up your mind to bring Igbo down, your fall begins from the point, from that your mind that you made up. Right from the time you made up that your mind, that's when your fall begins. I've had several stories. Your father sold Igbos as slave. Can you imagine that nonsense? Your father sold Igbos as slave. When did this happen? There was no such record in any history books. You are the first person to say that. It only came from your mouth. And it's stupidity at play. Same mouth you used to say you are an Igbo, that your grandfather's parents are Igbo, that you have Igbo name. Same your grandparents sold Igbos. That is, you are making, a caricature of yourself. You are making yourself look stupid before your listeners. Your father or your grandfather sold Igbos, and you still claim you are Igbos. That is foolish. And there was no record of this. Or only your grandfather or your family knows about this story. I don't even know. There was no such record. And talking about even the slave trade, those days, I can remember reading from certain books, people were sold based on the wish of the family. They could say, let's sell this one to trend this one. That is how they did it. And yes, Niger Delta was like a coastal area. It could be used to move out slaves because of, those times there were nothing like aeroplane. Yes. So they used the waterways. So, yes, Igbos went into slavery, but it wasn't your people. Some Igbos, those days, willfully sold certain people. It wasn't your people that were selling Igbos. So don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. And please, we beg you, Asari, stop telling us that you are Igbos. It is of no use to us. It is of no use to us to tell us you are Igbo. It doesn't benefit us. We don't need that. We cannot be swayed. Again, Asari, respect yourself. You are dealing with an ethnicity, not few individuals. Respect yourself, Asari Dokubo. Learn to bridle your tongue. Okay, you are in the state house. Within a short while, you are out of there. Who are you, Asari? Do you have more than one head? Do you have more than one life? Respect yourself, Asari. You can't toy or mess with the Igbo people. Igbo people's hands are clean. And you cannot push us into having problem with your people. Because I know certainly that a lot of reasonable Igbos are looking at you like fools. I've seen videos, and I've had from Niger Deltans, and none of them hold you in high esteem. The only ones that follows you about are the hungry ones, the ones that does not have something doing, that want to eat from the crumbs of your tables. The unreasonable ones who doesn't know their left from right, they're the ones that follow you. Asari, respect yourself. Igbo is bigger than you. Igbo is not one man. Igbo is an ethnicity. I'll leave it at this. Bye bye for now.